So now let's make room for a description. So I think I'll do that next. I'm going to hop back over to the website in Dreamweaver. I'm going to add a line right here. And I'm going to say P, this is going to stand for paragraph, class equals description. Okay, actually, yeah, okay, that's fine. /P. Write your description here. And I'm going to add one more thing. I'm going to add div class equals center. So I want my description to sit in the center of the page. Okay, so let me just make this a little longer. And I need to add a style now for my description. So I'll say dot description. And here's the style I want. Width, I want it to be 60% of the window, or the 60% of the stage, essentially. And I want my font family to be Georgia. I want the font size to be 15 pixels. I want my line height to be 24 pixels. So I'm going to go 28. And I want my font color to be gray. Save. So let's see if that worked. Cool. Everything looks good except for it's not centered. So let me see if I can fix that. Okay. If I take out this div class center. Okay, I think what I'll do is in my description, I'm just going to say margin 0 auto. That should center it. Awesome. Okay, cool. Looking good. Just a few more things I want to change. What I'm going to do next is change the stage to be transparent. So if I scroll up to where it says stage, I'm actually going to comment out all of this stuff right here. Save. So if I comment that out, everything disappears. And what I'm going to do this time is make that description box white. So I'm going to say border, 1 pixel, solid. I'm going to say almost black, very dark. I'm going to say the background is going to be white. And the padding is going to be 0 padding on the top and 30 pixels everywhere else. Save. Oops, I put that in the wrong place. I don't want that in description, I want it on modules. So I haven't defined modules yet, so I'm going to put that right here. Save. So I can see in the source code, the first thing I told you to type was div class equals modules, but I hadn't defined that yet. So that's what I just did in my style sheet. I defined what modules will be. So this padding thing right here, it starts in the top and then goes to the right side, and then the bottom, and then the left side. Top, right, bottom, left. So I can save that, save my source code, and refresh the page. And that's how it's working. So let's put a corner ribbon on next. The corner ribbon's going to go right here. So I can do that next. What I need to do is right after this div class modules, I need to insert an image. And this image will be from the images folder, I'm going to use the mod2 ribbon. Okay, cool. There it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a class equals ribbon. And now I have to define that. So I'm going to do that in my style sheet. I'm going to say dot ribbon. And here's what I think you need to type. Position. We want to position this thing absolute, meaning we want to give it coordinates to where it goes. I'm going to say go to the top of the box and come over 0 pixels. Go to the right of the box and come over 0 pixels. Save. So let's see what that does. I'm going to refresh this page now. Okay, so this thing is way up here. So what I need to do is first make sure that it goes in this box. So it's going to the top of the page. Actually, it's going to the top of the stage, or the wrapper. No, this is the wrapper. So it's going to the top of the wrapper and to the very right of the wrapper. But what I want to do is go to the very top of the modules box instead. So all I need to do is add position relative to that modules box. So if I save that and refresh, it goes relative to the modules box. So that's how positioning works. Now what I need to do is offset this. So I can do that in my code in the CSS for ribbon. So instead of 0 pixels from the top, I want to go -10. And instead of 0 pixels from the right, I'm going to go -10. So I'm going to save that and refresh the page. So it's almost there. I just need to move it over to the right just a couple of pixels. So instead of -10 from the right, I'm going to go -13. And refresh. And now the corner ribbon is in the right place. Awesome. So I've got my first module on the screen and it's looking relatively decent. When I click on these images, it opens them up nice and big.